Rotary International is one of the largest non-profit service organizations in the world. It has over 1.2 million members from over 200 countries worldwide. The Rotary Club of Thimphu was set up in 2012. Rotarians, volunteers support education, job training, provide clean water, combat hunger, and improve health and sanitation and more in their local communities. I interviewed the president of the Rotary Club of Thimphu, Tshewang Rinzin, to find out how Bhutan has benefited so far being a member country. I think most people are not aware about Rotary International. So if you could just tell us briefly about Rotary International.
Rotary International is one of the largest non-profit organizations in the world. It has over 1.2 million members and over 35,000 clubs spread all over 200 countries. The Rotary International was established by an attorney called Paul Harris from Chicago in 1905 with his two friends. And basically they set up the Rotary to help the needy and poor communities to uplift their living standard and help them out. And the name Rotary came because they were having initially meeting in rotation. They were having in three friends' house, different, one day here, one day there, one day there, in different houses they were having meeting. So that's why the name Rotary is kept.
How many countries are there in Rotary Club internationally?
Internationally, we have over 200 clubs. I think maybe today probably it is about 240 countries. We have clubs in 240 countries, and then there are over 35,000 clubs worldwide.
What does it take for a country? What are the requirements to become a member country?
To become a member, actually it has to be sponsored by existing club. Rotary Club of Thimphu was sponsored by a club in Nepal called Rotary Club of Dulekhel. And there was a lady called Madam Jaya Lakshmi Shah. She became, later on, she became the district governor in Nepal. She sponsored the Rotary Club of Thimphu. And during the charter time, even the Rotary International president, Mr. Rotarian Kalyan Banerjee, he came to establish the club in Bhutan.
And what are the benefits for the member country?
Actually, in the member country, there are a lot of benefits in the sense that if the club is vibrant, if they can come up with good projects, Rotary International will finance that. We have a scheme called Global Grant, through which the club has to contribute some amount, and then more than that, the biggest share is given by the Rotary International. And you have a lot of fund coming from Rotary International, and we can do a lot of big projects. The project ranges from $35,000 to $300,000. Up to that amount you can do projects in the country.
The Rotary Club of Bhutan was established in 2012. So what are the priorities of the club?
And we are actually, the Rotary Club of Thimphu, we are focusing in three main areas. Instead of going into too many things, we decided that we'll focus in three main areas. That is agriculture, education, and health. These three areas we are doing projects to supplement government.
And what are the achievements so far?
Now, if you don't mind, I'll read out. In the health sector, we have done projects worth around 3,17,58,825. Now, if you want the details, I can tell you, we have distributed 2,000 powered eyeglasses to the visual impaired troubled people, which is worth around 100,000. And we have conducted eye camps, which worth about 7,000. Funding for destitute nursing training at Pelry Nursing School, Phinseling, that we sponsored one nurse, which we paid about 60,000. Treatment of migraine and acupuncture, we called a doctor from USA, acupuncturist, which cost us about 3,70,000. Then we have supplied 3 deep freezers to Gelifu Referral Hospital for keeping the dead bodies. They requested us, so we have supplied that. That cost us about 74,700. Then we have done eye operation for ailing people, for a young girl of 26 years, for which we paid 3,50,000. Then we have donated 6 hemodialysis machines to the JWNH hospital, which cost us about 59,20,000. Then we have donated ECG machine and water filter to Paro Hospital. Then we also did second phase of migraine treatment. Then we have donated acupuncture needles for the traditional hospital. The donation of eradicate FAST among the First Nation people of Kolgori Goldfield, Western Australia, which cost us about 222,000. Then we have done emergency hospital medical equipment to the JWNH, which cost us about 40,19,000. Then also we have donated operating microscope for microvascular surgery for ENT department of JDNRH Hospital, which cost us about 91,76,000. Then training of three doctors to Taiwan for JWNRH to operate these laser machines, which cost us about 9,17,000. Then we have done canine distemper vaccination to RSP NGO Rochigi, the dog NGO. We have given them canine needles for 120,000. The donation of blood pressure monitor to Bongo Geok. We have donated about 17 of them, which cost us 22,000. Donation of 17 units of portable oxygen concentrator to JWNH Hospital on the request of JWNH. This is a portable oxygen concentrator because a lot of people, when they come to hospital, they're needing oxygen. They have very limited oxygen and cylinders are limited, so they are not getting treatment properly. So we donated that so that people can take it home and use it to the patients. Then we have also done Jaipur food, this plaster and Paris, all this for Gidakom, and we trained 3 doctors from there. Then we are also actually in the verge of sending 1 doctor for spine treatment to Bangalore, a hospital called Sakara World Hospital, which is in collaboration with Japan. The Bangalore hospital, they are actually sponsoring, they wanted to sponsor 2 doctors, one for brain surgery, one for spine. So brain surgery, unfortunately, we didn't have the right doctor in place just now. So we are sending 1 doctor to Bangalore for 1 year treatment, 1 year training, specialized training. And the hospital in Bangalore is paying him 50,000 stipend per month during his training. It is for 1 year. So in the health sector, we have done all this. And then total amount we have done is for 3,17,58,885.15.
It seems like Rotary Club has covered social, medical, education, training, and even community services with crore worth of projects. So how does the club manage the fund?
Actually, we have among our members, we have some are appointed as a service director, and the secretary, basically the secretary of the club manages most of them. As a president, I also manage, and we do it together. Everything is done together, and everything is done transparently. Every project is discussed in the club meeting. Once the club members, everybody approves, then only we go ahead with the project.
And how many members do you have in Rotary Club of Thimphu, and how are the members included?
We have 27 members, and members to join as a Rotary Club member, if anybody interested, they have to apply for membership. And then the membership is discussed in the club. And even if one member of the club objects, then we don't put them in. So it has to be passed by everybody, then we allow them to join as a member.
What do you look for the core quality in the member?
The person has to be a giving nature. He has to be committed to help community, help people. And it is called, in Rotary, we have a thing called service above self. A person has to be of that nature. Then only we induct him as a member. And
I think there has been very less media coverage on the club and club's activities in Bhutan. So what are the challenges the club faces, especially during the execution of the projects?
Actually, we have had, so far we are very fortunate, we have had no problem. But these three sectors, like I mentioned, in agriculture, health, and education, any project they do, supposing we do any project related to agriculture, we make sure that the agriculture ministry is aware of that. We take their approval. Only on their request and concurrence, we do the project. So basically, we have had no problem so far. The only thing is, as you mentioned, that we have not been with the media much, and then we have not created so much awareness of Rotary in Bhutan. But we have been silently doing a lot of projects. And if I may, can I go ahead with the projects that we have done in agriculture?
Yes.
In agriculture sector, we have done so far projects worth around 1,28,26,426. And that includes, we helped Khenring Namsung Youth Cooperation in KNC Youth Cooperation in Kheng. We have given them power tiller worth about 2,50,000. Then we have done solar fencing for them in Goling village, Shamgang, worth about 6,29,000. Then solar fencing for Namshung village, Shamgang, we have done 58,46,000. Then we have done a global grant project, it's not 3,54,000. And we have done a global grant project for agriculture sector in Shamgang worth around 58,46,000. Then we have done familiarization trip to Thailand for Bongo Agriculture Group, this ladies agriculture group. We have sent them for training to Thailand, for which cost us about 4,17,000. Then we have done solar fencing for Timshung Women Group in RBP in Dawaka. For that, because these women are training, doing some agricultural work and all that, and they were lacking funding for fencing and all that. So we did, on request of the Chief of Police, we have done fencing for their field, which cost us about 123,000. Then solar fencing for open air prison at Dawaka also we have done, which cost us 68,952. Then we have global grant project to support Bongo Agriculture Group, which costs about 37 lakhs. Then agriculture project is ongoing present. Ruka Lawa community in Ongdi Phodong we have, which is costing us about 11 lakhs. Then we have given 6 numbers of greenhouses to Tshewang Rinzin, which costs about 3,36,000. Total in the agriculture sector, we have so far done about 12,082,64,026. Besides that, we have contributed, this is a miscellaneous project that we have done. Besides that, we have contributed 2 units of garbage disposal trucks to Thimphu City Corporation, which cost us about 3,29,000, 32,96,700. Then conducted cleaning camp in Thimphu City, which was hardly anything, 2,500. Then we have done construction of 36 port flush toilets at Bongo village, Chuka. It was requested by the previous Home Minister, Mr. Lumbu Dawagese, during PDB period, and then also by a member of Bongo community who was working in CBC, and then which cost us about 8,49,000. Then we have, similarly, there is another village called Ketoka next to Bongo, and they requested, and we have constructed 59 port flush toilets, which cost us about 12,24,000. Then we have donated 36 numbers of Chapto toilets to RBP mobile team, because when they move prisoners, they needed on-the-spot toilets. So we have portable toilet we have supplied to RBP, which costs about 2,85,000. Then construction of 12 units of port flush toilets for Gomtu community in Pagli, which costs us about 4 lakhs. Then RO water filter installation at Rapa Cultural Jimina Community Hall at RNR RDC at Yosepang, which costs about 3,30,000. Then we have done 3 water tanks for RBP Dawaka open air prison, which costs about 90,000. Then we have also done portable hand wash station, which costs us about 19,23,370. So altogether we have done about 83,79,383 worth miscellaneous projects. In the education sector, we have been focusing, actually in the education sector, the most important thing we believed was the clean water for the students. So we have been installing water filter in all the schools all over the country. And till today, we have a signature project called Safe Drinking Water for 2020. This we are doing in collaboration with a NGO called Disaster Aid Australia, Australian company, NGO, and they are helping us donate sky hydrant water filters to Bhutan, and which we are in collaboration with the Education Ministry, we are installing in all the central schools. And during earlier PDB time, the Education Minister requested us that if we can help them install safe drinking water filter to all the 120 central schools throughout Bhutan. So we agreed to that, and this is the project, this is our signature project ongoing. So far, out of 120, we have installed about 94 water filters in central schools all over the country. And beside that, we have installed a lot of water filters in other schools. Total about 80 schools we have already installed water filter. In all Thimphu schools, Punakha, most of the schools we have already installed safe drinking water filters. And that, in total, that costs us about 60 lakhs. Total project cost is about 60 lakhs. So in total, with education, health and agriculture sector, total so far we have done projects worth about 11 lakhs 46,000. Total project we have done worth about approximately 12 crores. 12 crores worth projects throughout the country in these three sectors: agriculture, health and education.
So it looks like the Rotary Club of Bhutan has contributed a lot to the community and individuals as well. So can a community or an individual approach the club? I think as our viewers would like to know, I think, like if a community has a project or an individual has a project with social cause, can they approach the club for support or help?
Of course, anybody can approach our club, but basically the Rotary's motive is to help the communities and as far as possible maximum reach to the people. And individuals we do help, but that also actually through Rotary International we will not get much support to help individuals. But individuals, what we do is people who are in dire need, our club members, we contribute from our own pocket and help. We have helped a couple of individuals. We have in fact initially first individual help we done is there was an old lady, desolate lady called Bagem in Bajo, Punakha. She didn't have a house. So we contributed from our members, we contributed money, and the VIT students, they helped, they provided labor, and we built a house for her. So we have helped her, and then individually we have helped one student scholarship through our own contribution, members' contribution. And then recently in Gelifu, there was a student called Manav. He was very good in studies, but then they were living in a very pathetic way. Their whole family is living in one room. And that room also is very temporary, and they didn't have proper place to live. So we built a house for him, and we actually helped him for his studies, uniform, books, and all that. That also is been helped individually through individual contribution from our members.
So it seems like somebody in genuine need, the club is ready to help.
Yes.
So in case our viewers knows anybody who are in genuine need, maybe a family, a community, or an individual, maybe a student, for example. So how can they approach your club for help?
No, we have our website. We have our Rotary office in RSPN building, so they can approach there.
They can just visit.
They can approach there, and then in the website, telephone numbers are given. They can approach us. Any of our members can be approached, and they'll bring it to the table of the Rotary meeting, and then we discuss thoroughly among the members, and if everybody feels that we should help, we go ahead and help.
And I think currently the whole world and even Bhutan is grappling with the current COVID-19 pandemic. So being a member of the Rotary International, how is the club helping Bhutan?
Actually, initially our members, we government is doing so much for this COVID-19. His Majesty is going all over the country and trying to people's loans have been deferred, interests have been waived off so much, and then Health Ministry is working so hard on COVID. And we said as a Rotary International member, we should do something for the COVID-19. So we initially thought we will help with providing PPE, personal protection equipment to the government. But then later on we found that they were getting a lot of these equipments as donation from WHO and other countries. So we decided, because we learned that COVID-19 treated patients' waste are being burnt in open air, digging a pit and they are burning there. It could be dangerous. So after all that effort, if people get COVID-19, will be a disaster. So we said, what we will do is we'll try help and provide government with incinerators so that these wastes can be burned effectively and then there will be no residues. So we discussed with Health Ministry and they agreed. So now we have already provided 130 kilogram capacity incinerator to the Health Ministry, and we are in the process of working on providing another 200 kilogram capacity incinerators and then one more 30 kilogram incinerators. Total, we are actually donating 4 incinerators to the Health Ministry. And through that, I thought we can avoid, spreading of COVID-19 when they dispose the waste.
Tell us, why is Rotary Club of Bhutan important?
No, actually, Rotary Club of Thimphu, Rotary clubs are important in all developing countries where the resources are limited, and government can do, how much can government do? Government can do only this far, and then there are areas where government cannot reach, and that is where Rotary comes in. Wherever government has shortfalls, we try to come in and supplement government's effort in helping our community and our people, So I think it is very relevant for Bhutan because we are a developing country and we are not a rich country, and government has a lot of constraints financially in every way. So I think we try to get money from Rotary International and then provide services wherever it is required.
And please share with us some of the most significant projects coming up in Bhutan.
One of most significant project is to complete this providing of sky hydrant water filter to all the schools. Then the second thing we are doing is we are doing another third phase of agricultural assistance to other Rukha village. We are going to now in the third phase we are going to provide them with tractors and farm machinery so that they can be self-sufficient, and they can, because we visited that place a couple of times and the area is nice. Actually they can mechanize the whole thing, so we are trying to help them. And we are trying to actually now concentrate more on agriculture sector, where because with this COVID-19 people are all working on agriculture and they need a lot of help, so we are trying to help them in that area.
Lastly, and to end the program, in short, what does the Rotary Club want to achieve in Bhutan?
No, actually we don't have a goal as such, but as I mentioned earlier, we want to supplement government wherever they are not able to reach, and we will keep on providing, because Rotary International has a lot of funds. So through that we are trying to tap the funds in good projects where it helps community, it helps our people, their uplifting and all that. So in that area we want to help, and we want to keep on helping wherever is required.
And as the president of the Rotary Club of Bhutan, what is your message for our viewers?
So to the viewers, what we want to say is Rotary Club of Thimphu is there to help community and people, and whoever wants help, whichever community needs help, we are always there to help them wherever possible. Sometimes we may not be able to help as much as they require, but whatever it is in our capacity, whatever we can do, we'll try to help people wherever necessary.
Thank you very much for your time, sharing your insight with us, and all the best with your all upcoming projects. Thank you.